Hello, this is Jonny Allen, and I have the distinct privilege of introducing this YouTube premiere, which will be an encapsulation of our experiences this past week as part of the NYU Sandbox Percussion Virtual Seminar of 2020. This video will kick off with a brief montage of some of the activities from the week. We'll also have some words from a couple of the presenters. You'll also see a little behind the scenes footage and insight from a couple of the participants. And then the moment we've all been waiting for, the virtual world premiere of Loud and Soft by Molly Joyce, performed by all of us in this past week's seminar. That will be preceded by a brief interview between Ian Rosenbaum and Molly, and then we'll kick right into the piece. So sit back, relax, enjoy the show. We had such a blast this week. It was a truly unforgettable experience, and thank you so much to everyone who was a part of it. Please keep in touch, and we look forward to seeing you all in person someday.
It's definitely a thing. Like, it almost sounds like we're playing worse a little bit at the end of the bar, you know?
Well, yesterday we talked a little bit about, like, should there be a shaping?
1, 2, 3, 4. The first in each group. It's not an accent, but it's just enough to show the audience these 16th notes are in groups of 4, as opposed to if you...
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Now, how about 6? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2. Back to 4.
Boom! Okay, here we go. So I've got, that's you guys right now. I've got my camera there. I've got microphones here. I've got another camera up there. Monitor here. My computer. And I've got everything running into this audio interface here, which then I operate more over there. Here, you can see the rest of it too. There, and I go, you know, just to have a mi so do mi.
Hey everyone, Doug Perry here, and I just wanted to quickly say how much I enjoyed getting to work with everyone this past week at the Sandbox Percussion Seminar. I had a great time talking with everyone about improvising and about my career, and if I had a few final thoughts to sum up both of those experiences, it would be to listen closely, be true to yourself, and take chances. Because whether you're trying to play a solo or you're trying to build a platform for yourself to perform on, the most important things that you can do are to be honest with yourself and what you like, be honest with yourself about the things you want to create, and take the chance to actually make them. I hope that I still hear from you all. As you all know, I stream on twitch.tv/drumultima. Don't be shy about popping in there and saying hello in the chat. I would love to hear from you. I hope you all stay healthy. I hope you all stay safe. And I look forward to hearing from you soon. Take care.
I had a really great time sharing with you all about how my group Flutronics got started and subsequently how the rest of my career kind of took off. I hope from that talk that the big takeaway was really to follow your instincts and follow your gut. Allow yourself time if you need it to figure out who you are as a musician, and to be persistent and stay inspired. So it was really great talking with you all, and yeah, I hope you had as much fun as I did. Thanks so much.
I remember with one of my early electronic works that I was working on in the Logic Pro software, I remember it's still there to this day.
Hello, my name is Rodney Clark. I currently live in Atlanta, Georgia. And the instruments I chose for this recording were two 20-inch Zelgian cymbals. One's a rod, one's a crash, and I have a cracked splash underneath with a tambourine on top. And the reason I chose that setup is because it gave me a nice crisp sound, and it gave me a lot of control, and that's kind of what I was looking for when I first saw the part. And my setup, as far as that goes, I'm just using Audio-Technica condenser mic and my interface into my computer to record audio on my phone to record video. And something really important I learned from the seminar is to learn as much as you can and to diversify yourself as much as you can, because you never know what kind of gig you're going to get called for. And overall, over the seminar, I really enjoyed myself, and I would definitely come back again.
The piece Loud and Soft that Molly Joyce wrote us has a pretty open instrumentation, but one of the things I considered when picking an instrument was whether it has a wide dynamic range. So for my shaker part, I chose to play it with a maraca, tapping it with my fingers, because it gave me a lot of control over the softer dynamics and the louder ones. And for my hi-hat, I chose a high cowbell because I could mute it with my hand for the softer dynamics and open it up for the louder parts. For my recording setup, I have a mic connected to my computer, and I have my phone on a mini tripod to record the video. And we all have a click track that we're using, so I put that on this phone and it'll go through some headphones, so I can listen to it while I play. The Sandbox seminars are always really great, but what I appreciate about this summer is that they've made this Zoom festival really informative, and I feel like I'm learning a lot of things that I maybe wouldn't have if we were in person.
Hi, I'm Deb Quintel. I'm outside of Chicago, about 30 miles or so, and I'm here to explain to you my setup and what I chose in an instrument. So I was assigned percussion 3 shaker. I tried a number of different things and ultimately went with Kashishi because of its incredible precision, the ability to control dynamics, little tremolos, and just its sound. So I've got it setting here on a little stool so that it's a little better height for me. I had to cut the music apart because I don't have a cool iPad. And then, so there was sort of some score study, and then I wrote in some notes because sometimes I lose track of what the meter was when I cut it apart. I'm using the clothespins because I was traumatized by music flying off a stand at a summer concert once, so if things are hanging over the edge, I use clothespins. The markers here to just hold the page in order. I'm using a Windows PC as my click track, along with my earbud, and I'm recording this on an iPhone. Actually, I planned ahead and married my spouse 5 years ago so that I would have someone to do the videography for tonight. And I'm going to upload this to iCloud and then move it over to Google Drive. And that's my story. Thanks very much, Sandbox. It's been a great, great experience. Bye.
So I'm here with Molly Joyce, who is our guest composer for the seminar this year. We were so thrilled to have her, not only to present about her work, but also because she wrote this brand new piece, Loud and Soft, an excerpt of which, of course, we all recorded and put together for the world premiere video that you're going to watch in a couple of minutes. So Molly, thank you so much for being here all week.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. It's been a lot of fun and really been a bright spot among these times to
I'm so glad
hang with a bunch of percussionists, virtually at least.
Well, so I mean, the flexibility that you showed with this project was so helpful to us because, of course, like a year ago or so, we reached out to you and asked if you'd be interested in writing a piece for our seminar. And back then, we were talking about you writing a piece for 4 players. 4 of the students were going to play it at the seminar in person. It's going to be a very normal thing. And then, of course, the pandemic changed everything. And then on a dime, you allowed us to completely change our plans and adapt the excerpt that you wrote for 30 people playing lots of different instruments all over the place. So what was, I mean, was that an easy decision? Did you have to change your thinking at all to be able to change the piece in that way?
Yeah, I think, well, of course, I try to be as like flexible and adaptable as possible, especially in these times. But I was thinking also, I feel like some of that has come from past collaborations with other artists especially across disciplines, where I feel like you really have to like shed your ego a little bit. I think a lot of my training or background as a composer, I feel like sometimes, I know myself, I'm such a control freak in a way, like you want very specific sounds by very specific players. And so I think part of that, I realized like you just have to let go in a way and see what happens from that, and hopefully a good way. And I was really excited about the prospect of you guys and the students bringing their own sounds, especially from within their homes, and hopefully that the piece could be used in future kind of educational or engagement contexts, and not have it so set for you can only be played by 4 of the highest level players possible.
Yeah, it's so interesting to hear you say that, because when you first wrote this excerpt and Sandbox was working on it with you, I feel like the biggest thing that we kept talking so much about was the actual sounds that we were going to play with. Yeah. And now we have like 30 videos of all of these people playing with all these different sounds. So I think we're going to find the right sounds somewhere in all of this.
We'll still discuss it. I know, I feel like when I first turned it in, they're probably like, oh, she has like no clue what she wants. I was kind of like, just try this, try that, and but I think, again, it's hard not being in person, I think, in a way, and I like
Absolutely.
to, especially with percussion, obviously leave room for, more possibilities.
Yeah. Well, so in addition with spending a bunch of time with us and all the participants in the seminar on your piece and on the recording of your piece, you also gave a really inspirational talk just about your life and your career and what it is that you're trying to do. And I was wondering if you could just give us a quick synopsis of what you talked about, just to give everyone something to take away from your session.
Sure. So I profiled my work, just my practice overall, and kind of from my training, especially as someone's very much trained and grounded in the classical music composition tradition, writing works for other performers, but then as my practice has kind of expanded outwards to more physical, visual, and social considerations, really all in consideration of disability as a creative source, stemming from my own experience with an impaired left hand from a previous car accident. And so I tried to profile that. I hope it wasn't too personal or tell all in a way, but it was more trying to say kind of where I think some of these things come from, because I feel like that's been really important for me, at least as an artist, to reflect back in order to move forward in a way. And hopefully the students, I guess, got something from that, and I really appreciate their attentiveness and questions with that. And it's just really an honor to share.
Yeah, no, we were honored that you were so personal about it, that you really kind of bared your soul a little bit and told the truth about your life and what you're thinking right now. And I know that for me, I got to know you so much better just by watching that, and I'm sure that everyone did too.
Watching me trying to screen share and go back and forth from YouTube.
You did better than some, so that's Well, Molly, thank you so much for all the time that you gave us this week. And without further ado, let's all enjoy the world premiere of this excerpt from Loud and Soft by Molly Joyce.